Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Last video until later today, which I'll do Black Bullet and the 2 chapters. That's probably going to be a live reaction. One Piece. Okay, Magi. This one was really good. I found this very inspirational. Towards the end it was. It was very inspirational towards the end. I was like, wow, you know. This one was called Courtship. Magi chapter 224. Beginning part of it, we have Sheba, and she's like, please go out with me, please go out with me for a little. And apparently, it's not working, because she keeps asking Solomon out, and he won't consider it. Like, we're not taken seriously by Solomon. And the reasoning why was because Solomon treats her more like a daughter than anything else. So like because it's Arba and Ugo talking about why is he so stubborn anyway? Isn't he the one who treats her like she's 12 years old still? Maybe Solomon wants to behave like a good father to Sheba. What do you mean? Solomon was exactly 12 years old when he left his father's side. And he's like, and Ugo's like, okay, now I see. But surely he understands that time will come when he should stop treating her like that. Because Sheba has, after using magic for all this time, became a magician whose strength is second to Solomon and to mine. So, that's basically the story there. Now, this segues into an interesting thing happening in this chapter. What happens is there are skirmishes. Yeah, there's like a mini skirmish going on between 2 species. So they're having like a mini kind of battle, and they're having an argument, and it's getting kind of hectic because they basically go inside the barrier, and Sheba's there, and everyone's there, and she notices Sheba. This place feels strange. The city's full of hostility. And it's basically saying there's internal discord among the species. And apparently it has to do with the magic, and some tensions have been generated among them because of the mind controlling magic and such. And apparently what it is there. I think it's the berserkers, these cat-look-like people. Saying you're right, however, the reports say that the recent sudden intensifications of uprising are due to the other species. Then the magicians of the resistance are allied magicians. What do you mean? And this brings up, it's the berserkers against the centaurs. Yeah. And this is going on, and it's causing a lot of hectic and craziness and strife between these 2 groups. And Solomon and his group go in to stop it. So they go in, they do some subduing magic. Solomon with his manipulating he does that freaking wormhole again. That freaking wormhole. It's like he's distorting space. Yeah, fucking Solomon. You're fucking distorting space, man. Too much. So he basically does that, and he says he's basically saying that he's sentenced that all the magicians in the area they're in, Zalhal continent, Shamal district, 2nd isolation barrier, except for the chiefs, be expelled. I will also confiscate the divine staffs from the berserkers and centaurs. And he's like, what did we do wrong? And this guy who's talking to Solomon is belittling him. He's basically telling Solomon that, oh, we did it for you, we did it for you, we did it all for you. That's basically what he's telling Solomon. And Solomon's like, your own personal fortune is the same thing as the Orthodox. And that's when he starts attacking Solomon verbally, saying, isn't that what you're doing right now, Solomon? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, and then he's like saying, everyone, listen to me, the one here, Lord Solomon, no, the son of Elder David, the root of evil in the Orthodox, the one who made other species suffer so much, and so on and so forth, and created the Gunlund and the mind-breaking magic is none other than this person. And basically this guy is turning against Solomon. He's basically saying that he released you from the prison, he created himself in order to obtain the support of you and the other species, and after 300 years of deception, he now wants to become the sole ruler of this world. And Sheba comes into his defense saying, but that's a lie, he's only 22 years old, that's not true. And he's like, how can you prove that? Can you prove that? Can you really tell that he could have been several hundred years old? You don't know how old he is. And then he's like, one of his group says bullshit. Like, anyone would believe that, Aru. But look, the other species they're hesitant. They now are, they don't trust Solomon now. And it's causing deceit. And this guy, he's throwing all these horrible things at Solomon. And he brings up the big thing, which is saying he will become an arrogant and despotic ruler just like his father. And then Ugo's like, oh my god, what a cowardly thing to say. To give his own word, is it really right to us the foundations for such a despotic ruler in the future? Answer me, other species. And they're saying all these horrible things. And out of nowhere, Sheba she takes her staff and goes, bang! I'm like, yo, she just comes in there and bangs it on the ground, and is like just about to say some shit, big time. And she just basically looks at him, really evil looking, and then she says, take his head, take his head. And then he's like, what the hell are you saying, Sheba? And he's like, what's wrong? You don't trust in him, right? If that's the case, kill him. What the hell have you been thinking? Has Solomon ever done anything, having been a cruel king? Didn't he say that we would live as equals? You can't trust the kindness of someone stronger than you because you have a weak heart. And he's like, do you want to continue that way of living forever? She basically saying, and she's really laying it out there, Sheba. She really is. She's really laying it out there, saying about how, because of fear you attack someone stronger than you, but you also want to be saved by that strong person. You have to understand the feelings of those stronger than you. If anyone would search for someone weaker than he is and then kill them, the world would be full of enemies if he did that. And then they all understand what she's saying. And then she says, but try to bring out your courage and look around you. I'm sure that you will realize that we are now different from each other. I'm not scared of the bigger and stronger species anymore because I know that everyone wants to live together in their families and love wants without conquest. That's why I believe in him. And she's just standing tall, man. Freaking Sheba's just there and she's standing tall and saying, if there's anyone who forget about what this person has done and is still suspicious of him, stand in front of me. And this scene pretty much just brightly come out, and it shows Sheba in a different light. It shows Sheba that she's no longer the 12-year-old girl in Solomon's eyes. She's a woman. She's a confident, strong female presence who's come forward and said, listen, this man, Solomon, has done everything for you. And if there's anyone here who disagrees, stand in front of me right now. Gosh, wow. That's just like, hey, listen, you still got beef with this guy? It's like the anime community. This chapter, you might think about it. It's like the anime community. You still got beef with him? Come on, let's go. Let's go. come at me. You know, come at me, bro. You know, that's what it felt like. So, and then the final page, and then we see Ugo saying Sheba in the final page. And she says, Solomon, it's true, we'll be all right. Even if you don't believe that, I will always say that you will be all right. I will protect you. And then Solomon says, Sheba, from now on, I will be looking down on you. And then we see Arba, and she's crying and shit. And it was very touching. And then the two of them from a new development in the next issue. So, here's what I think. I really think after this chapter, I don't see her. And I noticed a lot of people in the comment section are a little upset with this now. They think this flashback has gone far long enough. But I don't think Sheba is, the Magi bitch. I really don't think she is. I think it's Arba. Yeah, because it makes more sense. I mean, how can it be that she's that? Because that would mean that would be Aladdin's mother. Because a lot of people are throwing that idea around that Sheba and Solomon are Aladdin's parents. But I just don't see it being Sheba. I mean, it could be, but I just don't see it. Better for word. But this was definitely a great chapter. 4.5 out of 5. Next, I always anticipate Maggie and Symptoms each week. Each week, it's like these two. I want to see them. What's gonna go down? So this was really good. Sheba was amazing in this chapter. I loved her. She was great. She was like, fight the power. You know, she was in there. She's like, come at me, bro. She was like, come at me, bro. That's what she's like. If you still don't believe in this man, then come at me. It was amazing. I just thought it was an amazing chapter. So that's the story, people. Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Sheba, man. She's like, come at me. Peace.